Hey, Tate here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Optimism coin, or OP. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 4-hour time frame and looking at the higher time frame scenario first, as I have not covered this coin before. So the higher time frame is this one. In here, if we are looking at logarithmic scale, because that fits the better at the moment, I do feel like we have this first structure over here as some kind of WXY. That doesn't have to mean anything, to be honest. I just do feel and like the look of this being a three-way structure, three waves, and then another possible three-way structure in here. Of course, this structure here is larger than this one here on log and in price, so it doesn't really fit into the whole idea. But yeah, you get the point. It is possible, of course, that this is completely something else, but overall that does not matter. Now, if we are looking at RSI, we can see the lowest low here on these lows. So that's why I'm starting my main count from here. In here, I would still think that we have this kind of structure in here. I'm not quite sure how this previous structures all relates to the current price action, but that is the first structures that I'm going to actually go on with my main count. So in here, I would be saying that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a pretty good looking five-way structure. We do have that divergence between the third and fifth here into the first. Then we would have this as the wave 2, very short though, so I'm not quite sure if that is very good looking overall. And then again, we would have probably 1, 2, this would be 3, 4, and 5 into the third. Having the highest RSI here makes sense. Divergence between the third and fifth, and that would be it. This would bring us to wave 1 or wave A, and then we would be looking for some kind of correction to the downside. Now, at this point again, I'm looking this as a three-way structure coming down, something like this. If we are turning off the higher time frame, we would be looking at this as an ABC. If we are zooming in a bit and going through this whole wave count, I would be thinking that we have a possibility for a leading diagonal here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Not the perfect look, for sure. It is possible that wave 1 already ended in here, and we would have this three-way structure like so into wave 2, and I feel like it might fit a bit better there. And then again another 1, 2, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into third, fourth, fifth into third, fourth, and then looking for another five-way structure downwards, in which we have again 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. This would get right us to the 0.764 extension of this wave 1, but again, we don't really hit anything here very important here, because again, generally we want one of the wave structures be extended if it is a five-way structure, and here we don't even get to the first target here, not even close. So it is not that easy and clear to say that this is indeed a five-way structure, but based on this, I do feel like it is looking better with five waves rather than a three-way structure like this, or a three-way like this. So that's why again I prefer this five ways as is. Since then, again, I think we have this as a five-way structure into an A wave, then three waves, and then three waves into wave B. So complex correction here in the wave B, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a C wave to complete the B wave. And again, that would be the second structure, and now we would be coming down again. Let's actually check out how much did we retrace for the wave B. Again, remind you that we are on log around the 0.5, that is fine, and 0.382 on arithmetic, so that is perfect. Again, minimum targets met, and yeah, this would have been a very nice short possibility here, as seen with this probable five-wave structure here and here. So it is definitely a good looking short possibility here, if you would have caught that. Now let's zoom in a bit to take a look again this last leg here. So overall, again, we are expecting five-way structure coming down, and I've labeled this as a 1, 3-way pullback here into wave 2, another 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the third, fourth, and fifth. So overall, what we got is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now it is not perfect. There's so many different ways you can be labeling this. Does not overall really matter. This is the way I just labeled it at the moment. It fits. And this creates a three-way structure into wave 2, which is again the highest, largest correction within this area. So yeah, that is somewhat important, I feel like. Then we would have another 1, 2, again smaller than the previous wave 1 here. So that would make sense. And then we would have third here, again lowest RSI, even on a higher time frame, which makes sense. Again, we would be creating that lowest RSI where we had the most momentum, basically the third of third. Makes sense. Then again, wave 4 and possible wave 5. Again, very choppy price action here on smaller time frames. Again, as it is an altcoin, and not very clear 5-way structures in here. Possibly some kind of diagonal, or it's just weird substructures here. But I've ignored this wick here on my account. I know I've seen it on other exchanges as well, but I just can't really get anything behind it. Maybe it is just a three-way structure like so, and then another either three-way structure coming down into it, and then we would have 3, 3, 3. Very much of a possibility. We don't have highest RSI here, we have it here, so it could be that we have this as a three-way structure like so, a running flat or something, and then we would have another three-way structure here and 3 ways here. The point to this is that the third would be here, end of the third here, and then we would have a correction here into the wave 4. Wave 4 has the highest RSI here, taking out any of all the previous highs on RSI and creating us the wave 4 here. So that is the main idea here. A 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, is it possible that wave 5 is already over? Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is a very good looking 5-way structure. However, again, it does not fit into any of the targets that we have here on logarithmic or arithmetic scale. So that's why even I am thinking that it is just a wave 1, unfortunately. But yeah, it is more likely. Also, if we are looking at the size of the labels here, if we were to put this here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a 5-way structure into a sub-minuet count, we can basically see that it is basically the same structure size as the previous structures here, give or take. But you get the point. It is not that likely that this is the end, unfortunately, as of yet. So that is just my bias at the moment, and I would still be looking lower prices on this. I know that we did not really get any hit, or we did not really hit any of the targets here for this wave 5 either. So it could be that 0.75 would be hit again. Maybe that is some kind of pattern here. But if this is indeed the wave 1, I'm expecting this to be taking quite a bit of dump here. 1.618 would be, let's take a look, all the way down at 74 cents. So it's going to be still looking for some kind of correction to the downside, in my opinion, before I would be looking to long this, at least on higher time frame. Of course, if you have conviction, you might want to be dollar cost averaging into it, if that is the way you want to be playing this. Now here on log scale, we have already gone beyond the 0.5, have not hit the golden pocket here, which I would feel has pretty good look into it. Not that one. Where do we have? VWAP? No. Looks like I've deleted the volume profile. Nice. So let's see. VPVR? No, volume. What was it called? Visible range volume profile. There we go. We do have now quite a large amount of volume in here. We do have some kind of bounces here on the golden pocket as well, which could be the end. Which could be the end of this correction. I feel like. Let's see. Did I have some targets here? Not really. Let's see. If we are bringing down this 1-to-1 target, where do we hit it? It's all the way down here. It's way past the golden pocket. At least on log. Arithmetic scale is basically at 23 cents. That is way lower. than I would expect it to go to. The lowest I would expect it to go to is around the 52 cent area where we had this golden pocket, the naked point of control. Oh well, not naked point of control, but point of control all the way. Again, very much due to this accumulation area here, I guess. Don't really have too many good areas with confluence to that though. So I would just look for a 5-way structure here downwards and then looking for pivots upwards. I feel like we could be tapping into this golden pocket on this logarithmic chart, and it most likely is around somewhere in here that I would be looking for that to happen. If we are taking out these basically around the $67 area, I definitely see us coming down to the 60 cent area right away, because there's not really much here. There's a fair value gap there, and the price definitely wants to go back to the next support here around the 61 cent area. So yeah, that would be the next area I would be interested in if that breaks here. But I feel like that is enough of OP at the moment. Looking for one more higher time frame structure coming down, and then possibly looking for higher prices. But we'll see, and I'll let you know again if there is going to be some kind of changes here. I'm going to be setting some alarms here that is going to be invalidating my idea here on top of wave 4. So at that point we can take another look here on the higher time frames. But I feel like that is again enough. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below, and for now I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video. Bye bye.